There's a reason you only feel alive when you travel, and it's not the reason you think. It's not the freedom, not the food, not the random strangers you'll never see again. That stuff's nice, but it's not it. It's biological. Here's a number that messed me up. A normal office is about 5,000 units of light. The sky, on a gray, miserable, cloudy day, is still around 10,000. Double. Your body is built to run on the second number, and you've been feeding it the first one for years. That's just one of 4 things your body gets on a trip that it literally can't get at home. And once you see all 4, you kind of stop needing the plane ticket at all. Okay, so think about the last good trip you took. Thailand, Bali, Mexico, wherever. Somewhere warm, somewhere green. You're outside all day, walking everywhere, sun on your face. You're making actual eye contact with strangers, which, let's be honest, you'd never do back home. And somewhere around day 3 or 4, something in your chest just unclenches. You sleep better. You're not checking your phone every 9 seconds. You feel like you again. And then you fly home. Give it a week. The lights are humming over your head, you're back in traffic, back on the schedule, eating food that's mostly just packaging. And that feeling's gone. Jaws tight again, sleep's bad, mood's in the dirt, and you can't really say why. People call that post-travel depression. I don't think that's what it is, though. Post-travel depression sounds like you're just sad the fun ended. This isn't about the fun. Your actual body changed on that trip. And then it changed back. That's a different thing. Let's start with the most boring sounding one that somehow matters the most. Light. Your eyes aren't really separate from your brain. They're basically 2 little pieces of your brain that got pushed out to the front of your skull. And one of their jobs, besides, seeing, is to tell your brain what time it is. When morning light hits your eyes, it sets this clock inside you. The clock that runs when you're awake, when you crash, when you get sleepy at night. And it needs a ton of light to get the message. Way more than you'd guess. Remember that number. The sky is double a bright office, even when it's gray. The brightest thing most of us see before noon is a phone screen, and that's nothing. Your clock never gets the memo that morning happened. So picture the trip. You're outside by 8 a.m., sun's already up, your clock gets the message loud and clear. It's morning, here's the plan. Now picture home. You wake up in a dark room, stumble to a screen. Your clock never really gets told it's morning. So it just guesses, and it guesses wrong, all day. That's the tight jaw. That's the bad sleep. Your body honestly doesn't know what time it is. And this isn't soft stuff. They tested it. Researchers took people camping for 2 days. No phones, no flashlights, just sunrise and a campfire. 2 days. And everyone's internal clock reset itself back to normal. The night owls, the people who swore they just weren't morning people, fixed. In 2 days. Turns out you weren't broken. You were just living in a cave made of drywall. Second thing, and it's the last one you'd expect, because it's not really about being alone, it's about other people, but not the way you think. On the trip, you make eye contact constantly. The guy at the food stand, someone on the beach, a stranger you laugh with once and never see again. Tiny, low-stakes, in-person human moments all day. And your body kind of runs on those. When you connect with another person face-to-face, even for a second, your nervous system borrows a little of their calm. 2 bodies in the same room, settling each other down. We've been doing it since before we could talk. Back home, you've got more connection than any human in history. 1,000 followers, group chats going off all day, and you still feel weirdly alone in a way that doesn't make sense on paper. Because the text isn't the thing. The like isn't the thing. Your body never gets the in-person signal it's actually asking for. You can be surrounded by people online, and your nervous system still reads it as, nobody's here. There's a number I can't get out of my head. Being lonely for long enough does about the same damage to your body as smoking. Not feels like, does. Third thing, and this one I was skeptical about, I'll admit it. There's this Japanese thing called forest bathing, which sounds like peak wellness influencer nonsense, I know. It's not bathing. You just go in a forest, walk slow, and shut up, basically. I rolled my eyes at it too, until I saw they'd actually measured it. A whole stack of studies, and when people did it, their stress hormone, cortisol, dropped. Their body flipped out of stress mode into rest mode. You could measure it in their spit. But here's the part I find more interesting, because it explains the city. Your attention has 2 kinds. There's the hard kind, reading something boring, finding your friend in a crowd, not getting hit by a car. That kind is a battery. It runs out. And the city drains it non-stop. Every siren, every notification, every person walking straight at you on the sidewalk. Your brain processes all of it whether you asked it to or not. By evening, you're fried, and you can't even point to what you did. Nature doesn't ask for any of that. A tree's not going to text you back. The ocean doesn't need a response. So your attention gets to go soft. And the soft kind, weirdly, is when the battery actually charges. That's why 10 minutes near some water does more than an hour of scrolling that's supposed to relax you. One drains you while pretending to rest you. The other just does it. And there's a fourth one. It sounds so obvious you're going to want to skip it, which is honestly exactly why it gets you. On the trip, you walk everywhere, not getting your steps in, not at a gym hating your life for 40 minutes. Just going places, on your feet, all day, not thinking about it. And your body reads constant, easy movement as a quiet little signal that everything's fine. Sit still for 12 hours straight, a normal Tuesday for most of us, and it reads the opposite. Out in nature, the only animals that sit still all day are the sick ones. So some old part of your brain clocks the stillness and goes, "Wait, are we okay?" and starts acting like you're not. You're not lazy. Your body's just confused about why you've been lying down with your eyes open since 9 in the morning. So put it all together, and here's the part that flips it. Each of these four looks like a different problem. Light, people, quiet, movement. Four separate things. But they're not four problems. They're one. Every single one is your body asking for the conditions it was built for and not getting them. The trip didn't heal you. That's what people get wrong. They think the beach has magic in it. It doesn't. The trip just, kind of by accident, handed your body the four things it's been quietly starving for all year. The exact four things a normal week strips out. And look, I'm not going to tell you to quit your job and move to a beach. That was never the answer anyway. The trip just proved the symptoms lift when the conditions change, which means you can change the conditions. At home, for free, starting tomorrow. The biggest one, by a mile, get outside in the morning. Actually outside, not next to a window. The glass kills most of it. 10 minutes, no phone, let your eyes get the light. Almost nobody does it. And it's the closest thing to a free reset button you have. Past that, it's simple. See one actual face this week instead of a screen, and walk somewhere you'd normally drive. The fact that none of it feels like a workout or a routine is the whole point. Your body already remembers what it's supposed to feel like. You don't have to teach it. You just give it a few minutes of the right conditions and get out of the way. So here's the thing I keep coming back to. We forgot we're animals. That's it. That's the whole problem. The monkey isn't stuck in traffic wondering why it feels off. The deer isn't under fluorescent lights eating food it can't pronounce. Every other animal on Earth lives in the conditions it was built for. We're the only species that built an entire world our own bodies don't recognize, and then we stand around inside it, confused about why we feel so bad. You don't need another flight. You just need to remember what you are.